Okay. ఒకవేళ ఎవరైనా జాయిన్ అయ్యి ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇస్తే చెప్పండి.
Okay, sir.
So steam power plant. What's the purpose of steam power plants? Anyone?
To produce steam.
To produce power. Steam power plant to produce power. So steam power plant
Okay.
working fluid is the steam. It's a working fluid.
Okay, sir.
And the gas turbine working fluid,
Gas turbine working fluid,
air.
water.
Air.
Okay.
Air అమ్మా. లాస్ట్
Okay, sir.
మన వాళ్ళకి ఇవే మెయిన్ డిఫరెన్సెస్. స్టీమ్ పవర్ ప్లాంట్స్ పవర్ ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేయడానికి, గ్యాస్ టర్బైన్స్ పవర్ ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేయడానికి. బట్ వర్కింగ్ ఫ్లూయిడ్ వచ్చి ఇక్కడ స్టీమ్, అక్కడ గ్యాస్. ఐదర్ గ్యాస్ వీ కెన్ సే దట్ ఎయిర్. ఓకే. The main working principle of the steam power plant, any thermal power station works on the basic principle that heat liberated by the burning fuel is converted into mechanical work by means of a suitable working fluid, and the mechanical work is converted into electrical energy by the help of generator. What are the and here a working fluid goes through a repetitive cyclic change, and the cyclic change is involving heat and work is known as the thermodynamic cycle. Thus a thermodynamic cycle is a series of operations involving a heat source, a heat receiver, a machine or utilizer between the source and the receiver and a working substance. And the main components of the steam power plant, so boiler, turbine, condenser, and feed pump or compressor.
Heat exchanger.
In case of the gas turbine, we are using the compressor, and in case of the Rankine cycle, we are using the pumps, feed pump. What are the main purpose here in boiler? What happened here? Here we are water is converted into steam.
Steam.
The converted steam will be passed through the expanded in the turbine. Before expanding the turbine, it passes through the nozzle. Is it right? And it is possible. What is the purpose of nozzle here? Here, the exhaust of the having the high pressure and high temperature. And
Kinetic energy increasing.
yeah, for improving the kinetic energy, the steam will be passed through the nozzle. The here exhaust of the nozzle, what happened? The steam condition having the high kinetic energy and low pressure. The high kinetic velocity of the steam jet is strikes on the turbine rotor, and the turbine rotor is mounted on the turbine shaft, and a generator is attached to the turbine shaft. The jet strikes on the turbine rotor, rotor rotates, and the shaft also rotates. With the generator, here, what is in boiler? What's the basic principle? Already we discussed. Heat energy will be converted into mechanical energy. Here, heat energy is converted into turbine. In turbine, there is a mechanical energy. Further, the mechanical energy will be converted into electrical energy. Ma meeku cursor visible avutunda?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Cursor ippudu ekkada undi?
Compressor.
Yeah, okay, fine. Okay. After exhaust of the turbine, what happens? Again, the exhaust of the turbine steam will be expanded in the condenser. Here, what happens? Here in the condenser will be here. In case of the boiler, is water is converted into steam. Here in condenser, steam will be converted into water. So this is the heat addition, and this is the heat rejection. Is the already we discussed. A thermodynamic cycle is a series of operations involving a heat source, a heat receiver, a machine or utilizer between the source and the receiver, and a working substance. And the exhaust after condensate, in exhaust of the condensate, we call it as It is a condensate. The condensate is sent to the boiler through feed pump. It's a cyclic process. It is a repetitive cyclic process. A working fluid goes through a repetitive cyclic change, and this cycle change is involving heat and work is known as thermodynamic cycle. Is it clear? Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here, heat addition. What are the processes here? So 1 to 2. Here I am considering the 1. Maybe in TS diagrams, I am considering 1 to 2 is the isentropic expansion. Don't confuse it. Only there is no change in the processes. Only numerical values are changes. Here I am considering 1. So 1 to 2 is the isentropic compression. We are sending the pump working fluid, water to the boiler. How we are sending the water with high pressure? We are sending the water to the boiler. So it is the isentropic compression in the 1 to 2 process, and 2 to 3 is the heat addition. Here pressure is increasing from 1 to 2. Then what about the 2 to 3? There is no change in the pressure. At constant pressure, we are adding the heat. Means we are increasing the temperature. And 3 to 4, the 3 to 4 process is the isentropic expansion. During the isentropic expansion, there is a change in the pressure, there is a change in the temperature. And 4 to 1, again it is heat rejection. 2 to 3 is the heat addition, and 4 to 1 is the heat rejection at constant pressure. The both are same process. Heat addition at constant pressure conditions. Heat addition at constant pressure, heat rejection at constant pressure. There is no change in the pressure in the 4 to 1 and 3 to 2. So here P3 equals to P2, P4 equals to P1. The exhaust of the condenser, again here steam will be converted into water. So again cycle is repeated. This is the working process in the steam power plant layout. Is it clear? Next,
Yes, sir.
Carnot cycle. Already we know that Carnot cycle. Carnot cycle is the theoretical cycle. Is it right? What's the difference between the Carnot cycle and the theoretical cycle? Rankine cycle? Okay. Carnot cycle is a theoretical cycle. Why it is a theoretical cycle? Let us see the processes. So here 1 to 2 is the isentropic expansion. 2 to 3 is the heat rejection at constant pressure, and 3 to 4 isentropic compression, and 4 to 1 is the heat addition at constant pressure. So it is also consists two isothermal process, and two adiabatic. And in case of the process 2 to 3, condensation was stopped at state 3. Is it completely, here steam is completely converted into water? The main differences between the Carnot cycle and the Rankine cycle, the condensation of the exhaust of the turbine, steam will be condensed up to state 3 in case of the Carnot 3. In the state 3, what happened here is that this is the water vapor mixture. It is not completely converted into water. It's a vapor mixture. So vapor mixture is sent to the boiler, not completing the converted into water. But in case of the Rankine cycle, the condensation was continued up to saturated curve. So it completely, the vapor will be converted into feed water. So see, so 2 to 3 dash is the Carnot cycle. 4 dash 1 to 3 dash is the Carnot cycle, and in case of the Rankine modified the condensation up to 3 dash, instead of 3 dash he continued up to the 3. He condensed complete vapor is converted into feed water. Again 3 to 4, here we are forwarding the complete feed water into the 4. So here in case of the Carnot cycle, the vapor mixer was sent to the boiler, but in case of the Rankine cycle, complete he converted into feed water, and the feed water is sent to the boiler through pump. So here initially the pressure was increased from 3 to 4, then it is constant. So from 3 to 4, it is pressure increased, and then it is from 4 to 1 is at a constant pressure, heat addition takes place. So in case of the Carnot cycle, 4 dash to 1, but in the Rankine cycle, 4 to 1. This is the length of the period will be increased during the Rankine cycle process, heat addition and as well as heat rejection. Here heat addition also increased, and heat rejection process also increased. But there is no change in the pressure limit. Have you understand the differences between the Carnot cycle and Rankine cycle?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So this is the PV and TS and pressure PV diagram and temperature entropy diagram and enthalpy entropy diagram. Is it clear, everyone? Next, analysis of the power plant. How we are calculating the steam efficiency of the power plant? What's the formula? So efficiency of the formula is nothing but turbine net work done developed by the power plant divided by heat addition into the plant. So here heat addition is the from this point to here he assumed the 2 to 3 boiler. So it is 2 to 3 and it is a 4 condenser. This is the condenser. One to two pump, 2 to 3 boiler, and 3 to 4 isentropic expansion, and 4 to 1 condenser. So here the turbine work, net work done is nothing but turbine work, difference between the turbine work and pump work. Some of the cases we are neglecting the pump work. Why we are neglecting the pump work? Because compared to the turbine work, pump work gives the less value. So that's why we are neglecting the pump work sometimes. So net work done is nothing but turbine work minus pump work, and heat addition is the 2 to 3. They are the analysis of the plant. And next, what are the types of forms we have? Steam, either it may be mainly 3 types of forms. So one is the wet steam, dry steam, and superheated steam. In case of the wet steam, let us see the PV diagram. The region, in case of the wet steam, it's defined 3 dash is the wet region, and 3, whenever the saturation curve touch, it may not be on the saturated curve, but it is near the saturated curve. So if it is the dryness fraction of the X value is the 1, that is a dry saturated steam. And 3 double dash is the superheated steam. For reaching the superheated steam, we are increasing the temperature in the boiler itself. So 1, 2, 3 dash, 4 dash region is the wet region, and 1, 2, 3, 4 region is the dry saturated steam, dry saturated region, and 1, 2, 3 double dash, 4 double dash is the superheated steam. Superheated steam is nothing but the temperature more than the saturated temperature. What's the saturated temperature? What is the saturation temperature value? Is it audible?
Yes, sir. We don't know, sir.
Saturation temperature 100 degrees Celsius kada nana. Above the 100 degrees Celsius, it is a superheated steam. Clear?
Yes, sir.
The temperature versus entropy diagram. The 1, 2, 3 dash 4 dash is the wet region in TS diagram, and dry saturated steam and superheated steam. And enthalpy entropy diagram. Here pressure is constant. Pressure is constant at heat addition. Pressure is constant at heat rejection. Now next. ఇప్పటి వరకు క్లియర్ అమ్మా, ఇంకేమైనా రిపీట్ చేయాలా?
Clear, sir.
ఈ ప్రాసెస్ లో బేసిక్స్ మనకి ప్రాబ్లమ్ సాల్వ్ చేయాలంటే ఏ రీజియన్ లో ఎలా ఏ టెంపరేచర్స్ అనేవి తెలియాలి. మీకు స్టీమ్ టేబుల్ బుక్ మీద కూడా టెంపరేచర్ వేరియేషన్స్ ఉంటుంది. స్టీమ్ టేబుల్స్ లో ఏ రీడింగ్స్ ఉంటాయి మన దగ్గర?
HF, HG,
HF
SF.
enthalpy of feed water. F stands for feed water.
Yes, sir.
Next, G stands for vapor. It's a vapor position. The working fluid vapor state లో ఉన్నప్పుడు ఆ వాల్యూ ఎంత, ఏ ప్రెజర్ కి ఎంత వాల్యూ వస్తుంది, ఏ టెంపరేచర్, సాచురేషన్ టెంపరేచర్ దగ్గర ఒక టేబుల్ ఉంది, సాచురేషన్ ప్రెజర్ దగ్గర ఒక టేబుల్ ఉంది. నా దగ్గర ఇప్పుడు యాక్చువల్గా అవైలబుల్ లేదు, లేకపోతే మీకు చూపించేవాడిని. దానిలో రీడింగ్స్ సాచురేషన్ ప్రెజర్, సాచురేషన్ టెంపరేచర్ అండ్ superheated steam values at pressure and temperature. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Next, methods of increasing efficiency. So initially Carnot, we know the Carnot cycle. A Carnot cycle is a theoretical cycle. It is modified into Rankine cycle. Now Rankine cycle is converted. Now Rankine cycle also modified for the increasing the efficiency. For increasing the efficiency of the Rankine cycle, we are adapted some of the methods. What are the methods? Superheating the steam. Already we discussed. Superheating the steam. Steam will be increased. The heat will be increased in the boiler. And the second position is the reheating the steam and regenerative feed heating. So superheating the steam, PV and TS diagrams. 1, 2, 3 double dash 4 double dash in PV diagram. This is the region for superheated steam. For TS 1, 2, 3 double dash 4 double dash. Maximum basic problems either giving the from the సూపర్హీటెడ్ స్టీమ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ కానీ లేదా రీహీటెడ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ కానీ ఎగ్జామ్స్లో వచ్చే ఛాన్సెస్ ఎక్కువ ఉన్నాయి. So next, reheating the steam. So this is the power plant layout for the reheating the steam. What are the reheating the steam? What is the difference between the simple Rankine cycle and a reheat cycle? In case of the simple Rankine cycle, we have boiler, turbine, condenser, and feed pump. But here, in case of the reheat cycle, we have the two stages of the turbine. Here, steam will be expanded in the two stages of turbine. But in case of the simple Rankine cycle, steam will be entering into the single turbine. But here, the steam will be expanded in the two stages. So first we have the whatever the steam will be developed in the boiler is expanded in the turbine. Some in case of the 100 degrees Celsius, it's a dry saturated, or 200 degrees Celsius, the superheated steam will be expanded in the initial turbine. After the expansion, what happened? There is a loss in the temperature during the expansion. So again it's sent to the boiler through the heat exchanger. Again, it is heated to the reach up to the initial temperature, that is 200 degrees Celsius. Whatever the initial temperature, whenever it is reaches the initial temperature, again it is expanded in the second turbine. So remaining process is the same for the simple Rankine cycle and reheat cycle. Only difference is here the steam will be expanded in the two stages. So here, what is the work done? Net work done. How we are calculating net work done? Is the difference between the turbine work to the pump work. Here, turbine work is the 1 to 2 process and 3 to 4 process. Here, heat addition at 5' to 1 and 2 to 3. Here, two process, 2 addition and 2 isentropic expansions and 1 heat rejection and 1 isentropic compression. These are the processes. 5 to 5' is the isentropic compression, and 5' to 1 is the heat addition at constant pressure, and 1 to 2 is the isentropic expansion it takes place in the turbine work, and 2 to 3 again it is the heat addition at constant pressure, and 3 to 4 it is also isentropic expansion in the second turbine, and 4 to 5 is the heat rejection at constant pressure in the condenser. Second cycle is repeated. Let us see the TS and HS diagrams. Here, in case of the simple Rankine cycle and reheat cycle, only difference is, so 1 to 2 is the first turbine and 3 to 4 is the second turbine. Only this part is difference between the simple Rankine cycle and reheat cycle. So 5' to 1, it is a temperature increases from 5' to 1. So if it is a superheated temperature, so 1 to 2 is isentropic expansion, and next again heat addition, heat is a reheating process. 2 to 3. Same process will be adopted in the gas turbine also. Almost steam power first unit and fourth unit and gas turbine unit having the similar concept. If we are thoroughly studying the steam power plant, we can able to comfortable in the unit 2, unit 3, unit 4. These are the differences between the steam simple Rankine cycle and reheat cycle. Is it clear? Here pressure is constant in HS diagrams. At heat addition, whenever a constant pressure. So heat addition constant pressure, and second pressure curve also represents the constant pressure, and third one heat rejection. It is also constant pressure. Next, these are the processes. Any doubts?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. These are the processes. So 1 to 2 is the isentropic expansion of steam in the high pressure turbine. I am considering high pressure turbine, low pressure turbine. So 1 to 2 is the isentropic expansion, and 2 to 3 is the heat addition, reheat of the steam at constant pressure, isentropic expansion of steam in the low pressure turbine, heat addition from the steam at constant pressure, isentropic compression of feed water, and heat addition of feed water in the boiler to generate steam. These are the process in the reheat cycle. And next one, regenerative cycle with feed heater. So in regenerative cycle with feed heater, we have two methods. One is the practical one and theoretical. Theoretical regenerative cycle is almost similar with the Carnot cycle. It is also gives the similar, more efficiency compared to the practical work. It gives the 100% efficiency. But in case of the practical regenerative cycle, here we are using the two types of feed heaters. One is open type of feed heater, another one closed type of feed heater. This diagram shows the closed type of feed heater. While observing the system, the main differences between the simple turbine and regenerative cycle with the feed heater, it is also here boiler, turbine, condenser, and feed pump. The difference is here we are attaching the feed heater. For running the feed heater, here the purpose of feed heater is the after condensation, the vapor converted into feed water is passing through the heat exchanger. That means here it passes through the feed heater. Here we are heating the feed water before entering to the turbine. Before entering to the turbine, we are heating the feed water. How we are heating the feed water? Some of the steam will be drained from the turbine. Already in turbine, after expansion of the turbine, steam also having the heat. Is it right? So already steam consists of the heat. That heat is utilized to heat the feed water before entering to the turbine. Boiler. So what happened here? While we are heating the feed water before entering the boiler, here we are decreasing the less amount of combustion of fuel. Already it reaches, for example, the feed water temperature is 40 degrees. Already the exhaust of the steam temperature is around 150 degrees, or it is 200, means it is 100 degrees. 100 degrees are we lost in the during the expansion. So 100 degrees. So 40 degrees, 100 degrees. At least it reaches the 60 to 80 degrees. So we require the 200 degrees Celsius. So already we have the 80 degrees temperature. So we can utilize the burning of fuel 120 degrees. Instead of 200 degrees Celsius, we can utilize 120 degrees. So 80 degrees temperature we can utilize, we can reduce the cost of the combustion of fuel. And the process here, whatever the steam drained from the turbine, again here condensed in the steam trap. Again it is passed through the steam working fluid path. The main here we are utilizing the two types of feed heater. One is open type and closed type. This is the closed type feed heater. The main differences is In case of the open type, just this heat exchanger box. So only open heater is the feed heater is enter into the feed heater and steam also. The both the mixture of the here in case of the open cycle, open type of feed heater, the drain stream and feed water is mixed with the mixed and passed through the same line. But in case of the closed, the steam, the drained steam and feed water not mixed. There is no mixed. There is a separate path in the closed type of feed heater. Clear?
Yes, sir.
This is the TS diagram of the regenerative cycle. Have you clear understand of the simple Rankine cycle and regenerative cycle and reheat cycle?
Yes, sir.
And problems, I will discuss it with the